Greg talking all about what he's doing on Amazon, selling physical products, which is pretty cool. And so Greg, I've known for 13 years now, and the neat thing, and especially about the Amazon stuff that he is doing, is that I've been there pretty much since the beginning when he started doing this. Greg and I talk every Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning. At 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursdays, you know where I'll be. I'll be talking with Greg. And it's funny, it's about, what, 2 years ago you started doing this? How long? 18 months? How long has it been?
August 2014.
Okay, so I remember when Greg always does cool lead-ups to stuff. So probably about June of 2014, he was saying, man, I'm going to try this Amazon. You know about this Amazon thing? Have you done anything on this Amazon? I'm going to do something with this Amazon thing. I'm going to make it work. And then, so, I hear about it for a couple months, and then in August he's like, okay, I put this thing up on Amazon, and it's going okay, I guess. We'll see. And then it wasn't going all that great. I never heard about it again for a few months. And then all of a sudden he started talking about it again, and then it started going crazy, what was happening with it. And then, and tell me if I'm giving too many I'm telling too many tales outside of school, if I'm messing up your cool or something on this. But then Greg's like, oh yeah, it's going great, and I think he's making like $2,000 or $3,000 a month, and he's like, I'm gonna do another one. And I said, well, why would you do? Because I'd sold a bunch of stuff on Amazon previously, but not like this. It was a lot harder when I was doing it. I said, well, why wouldn't you focus in on just selling as much of this one as you can instead of dividing yourself and doing that? And he said, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe. And so then every month he's telling me what's going on with this thing, and then I guess it was about a year ago on the marketer cruise, he's like, dude, I'm going to break $10,000 this month. And that's when I said, well, yeah, okay, are you going to like thank me for telling you to stick with the one product? And he's, no, whatever. And, but the cool thing is that literally every single month, I think without fail, this thing has just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger for him, and it's really exciting to see because it's real, and it's not it's not internet marketing stuff. It's not selling make money stuff to people. It's a real deal. And so I'm really excited to have Greg share this stuff with you, because I think it bridges the gaps between info marketing. If you're a book publisher, if you're an author, if you're a coach, if you're selling physical products or not selling physical products, there is something here for everybody who is wanting to or is already selling a product or a service or coaching online. This is just super cool, and you need to pay attention to this. And I know this works. I've known Greg for 13, 14 years now. What he's going to tell you and share with you is absolutely true, and you need to look at doing this in your own business very, very seriously. So with that, I will just say, Greg, take it away.
Awesome. First of all, thank you for putting this on and inviting me here. But wait till you guys see how we went from and how fast we went from, couple sales here and there to, holy cow, this thing has got some legs. You will be impressed. So today we're going to talk about the easiest way to create a six-figure business by tapping into a vault of hungry buyers and create an instant stream of monthly recurring revenue without you having to drive traffic, which is an issue for many people, or sell anything or do any marketing, which again, marketing is a challenge for a lot of people. So let's get started. First of all, turn off your cell phones, turn off Facebook. And if you're an internet marketer who's serious about building your online business and wants to build a nice recurring business from home, then the next 60 to 90 minutes will change your life. And I do not say that lightly. So who am I? Greg Cesar. I've worked with local businesses since 1997. That's how I got started. I actually still work with local businesses today and have a huge campaign we're getting ready to launch in that space. I started selling online around 2002. And I did everything from pool tables to pinball machines. But the thing that brought me the most money was selling information by way of ebooks. Um, since that time, I've sold over 100,000 ebooks online without an affiliate. That means I did it myself. And, when you look at that stat, you understand that I'm not just a fly-by-night or some guy who's got lucky. I've sold over 100,000 of them. So there's something I understand about the process that works and can teach you, and you should absolutely follow as well. I work with some of the most brilliant marketers online. Like Jim says, every Thursday without fail, we get on the phone. Even this morning we got on, although it was brief today, but we still got on even though we were doing a webinar. The only times we haven't got together is when Jim is doing one of his 90,000 cruises that he does every year. I started helping entrepreneurs build their dreams online somewhere around 2003. That's when someone said, "Hey, I heard you're selling a ton of products. Can you teach my people?" And I was like, "Really? You want me to teach them?" Sure. And that's how I got into teaching entrepreneurs to build their dreams online. I've spoken all over the world, and I speak on wealth creation, Singapore, Malaysia, UK, Jamaica, all over the United States. But I want to let you know something, because a lot of people look at where I am today and they say, this guy is lucky. And I'm going to tell you something. Luck had nothing to do with it. I grew up poor in the projects of Stamford, Connecticut. If you think you're struggling now or you don't understand how to make things, just imagine I was 10 feet below where you could ever possibly be. My dad was making $1 an hour when he came to the United States. He moved to the U.S. from Haiti back in the late 60s. So we had no money, had no education, didn't have any of that. We had to learn. Now today, because of the internet and what I've learned, I live in an 8,000 square foot house with 4 fireplaces, and Jim's actually been to my house also. So in 1997, when I decided to go on my own, I had a corporate job, I graduated college, working for a Fortune 100 company. I knew right away that I could do better and be better. So I started my own business, and I had nothing, no money, no database, no customers. All I had was a vision and an idea. No experience, no clue what I was doing, and I was terrified. But I've been able to take that fear and turn it into who I am today and all the customers that we service today, which says, if I, the son of an immigrant, can do it, what is holding you back, right? Nothing should be holding you back, because if I can do it, you can absolutely do it as well. What I want you to do right now is just imagine, right? I always tell my wife, the day you stop dreaming, you stop living. So I want you to imagine for one sec, what would your life be like if you knew how to make money online in less time and in less effort and be able to create automated income without having to spend a lot of money? Folks, it's just education and time, right? But imagine if you knew how to do that. Imagine if you don't have to worry about struggling to make real money online, and you don't have to waste your time and energy on things that don't work. Imagine if you could take that off of the table. What would your life be like? Or what would life be like when you can build a 3K per month recurring business and have sales coming in within the next 30 days without you having to spend a lot of money? A traditional business takes months, if not years, to get to that point, and a lot of energy and a lot of money. Imagine if you can get to that point and start having sales coming in right away. How about when you know how to build a business that requires less than 3 hours a month to manage? On average, that's what I spend 3 to 5 hours a month managing my business. Will that make a difference to you and your family if you can actually make money but also have the time to enjoy it, the time to take your kids to the park or your grandkids to, Disney or whatever the case may be? Would that change your life? Absolutely it will. So what is this business? It's an Amazon business, but not Amazon in the traditional sense that you think of Amazon. Most people think of selling, books, or they think of Kindle, or they think of just selling physical products. That's not how we are using Amazon, and we're going to talk about that today. Now, the question is this. Out of all the things that I can start today as a home-based business, if I'm going to start that business, why start an Amazon business, right? Of all the things that I can do, why an Amazon business? And the answer is simple. Amazon has millions of hungry buyers who go to that website for the sole purpose of buying. Think about if you had to open up a traditional business on Main Street somewhere. Those people aren't coming to your location just to come to your location, right? But imagine you were in a mall that gets 1 million people a day coming to that mall. You don't have to do any marketing because they're coming to that mall as long as you've got a product that they're looking for. That's what Amazon is doing for us, right? They're bringing the people there looking for the product, and we just position ourselves in front of them. So here's the question. What motivated me to start an Amazon business? And this actually is a true story. I was at a barbecue, a good friend of ours, and it was 4th of July weekend, and another internet marketer showed up with his daughter, and he said, you wouldn't believe how much money my daughter is making on Amazon right now. And I said, how much? And he said, $30 a day. And most of you aren't impressed with $30 a day, except there's one little twist to the story. She's 8 years old, right? 8 years old. And I said, if an 8-year-old can do it, then I can absolutely do it. So that motivated me. That was July 2014.
I can make at least $35 a day.
35 and a half?
If an 8-year-old can make $30, then I can make 35 because I'm almost 50.
You got a little bit extra skills there, huh? So isn't that a motivator? I said if an 8-year-old could do it, I'll be damned if me. I've traveled the world. I've spoken on stages all over the world. If I'm not going to do that. So that July, I decided to get serious. So I started putting a product together, and then we went live in August. It was August 18th. Now, let me show you. From January 1st, 2014 to August 18, 2014, as you can see, we didn't make not even 1 penny online, or not online, but on Amazon. Okay, completely brand new business. My product went live on the 18th. Now, look what happened. The next day, I made a sale. A whopping $9.95. Now, there's 2 ways to look at this. One is short-term thinking. One is long-term thinking. The people who think short-term say, that sucks. What a absolute waste of time that is. You made a whopping $9.95. Now, I'm a marketer. Let me tell you how I was thinking. I was thinking, man, if only I can figure out a way to make 10 sales a day at $9.95, guess what? That's $99.50 a day, or $36,317.50 a year on autopilot. It's not a lot of money, but that's $36,000 without doing very much work. That's how I'm starting to picture this, right? So let's look at the rest of the month. So from the 18th all the way to the 31st of August, I'm sorry, the 19th to the 31st of August of that year, we did a whopping $69.89. Now I'm jumping for joy, and my wife is saying, I don't know what's wrong with you. That $69, you can't even go to dinner with that money. But again, in my mind, I'm thinking, what if I can scale this? Well, let's look at the next month, right? So we're just about 40 days into the business, and for the month of September, October 1st through October 31st, we did a whopping $374.28. So if you think I was jumping for joy before, I'm doing backflips off the garage at this point. But in my mind, I'm thinking if I can find 50 ways to make $374 a month, that's $15,000 a month, folks. That puts me or anyone in the 1% of earners in the United States. Okay, so I'm excited. Well, let's look at what happened now. November 1st through November 30th, we're at $1,987. So 2.5 months into the business, I'm already at $2,000 a month recurring. Okay, so 3 months in, already at $2K per month in sales. That's not a bad start. Try to do that with any other business that you would start, would be almost to a near impossibility. So I want to let you know that results are not typical. I'll walk you through the system we're using to get these kind of results, but please understand that my results are not typical because the average person who attends most training, you know what they do? They go and watch TV, they do nothing, and then they say, I wonder why this couldn't work. I don't know if you are that person or not. However, I am happy to share with you for free exactly what is working for me. And I also want to let you know this is not a get rich quick. If you're expecting get rich quick, this is not the place for you. Now, what are we going to cover today? Secret number one, how you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have zero marketing experience. Secret number two, small untapped markets are more profitable than large markets. And I know you've heard something absolutely counterintuitive, which is we got to go for the big boys. That's what everybody says to do. Well, we're going to reverse that today, and I'll explain why. And secret number three is there's an untapped category on Amazon that is way easier to make money on or in than any other category in Amazon, and you will understand why by the end of this training. So secret number one, how you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have zero marketing experience. Okay, so how is that a possibility? So how do you build a business without having to do any of the work? Most internet marketers think building an internet business has to be complicated and it has to take a lot of time and effort. I mean, if it's not hard, then it's impossible, right? Actually, you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time if you learn how to leverage existing resources instead of starting from scratch. So what do I mean by this? Well, you can build your business from scratch or you can leverage an existing business. Amazon already has millions of customers waiting to buy from you. Why not leverage that asset to put money into your pocket? And here's the thing, Amazon, for the most part, doesn't sell anything. 95% of what is being sold on Amazon is being sold by people like you and people like me. So Amazon is begging us to put product into their marketplace. Amazon also pays for the advertising. I know that sounds crazy, but when you see an Amazon product being sold on, eBay or on Facebook or on Google AdWords or YouTube, for the most part, Amazon is paying for that traffic. So when you've got a product that they like, they actually pay for the advertising for you. I know it sounds crazy, but they're not doing it for us. They're doing it for themselves. Amazon also does something called retargeting for you. If you aren't familiar with retargeting, here's what it is. You go to a website to buy furniture. You leave the website and then you go to a website to buy a car. And on that car website, you see an ad for the furniture website that you were on before. And you're saying to yourself, well, how the heck did they know I was on the car site? That's called retargeting. The ad basically follows you around the internet. So what Amazon is going to do is when someone visits your product on Amazon, Amazon will follow them around the internet and say, hey, you looked at this product, but you didn't buy it. It's still available. Come back and buy. And they cover the cost to do that. The second way they do retargeting is when someone visits your product, long as they are logged into their Amazon account when they do that, Amazon will send them an email. And in that email, it says, you looked at Greg's product, but you didn't buy. Go here and get it. See, Amazon has technology that I don't have. I don't have technology like that. I wish I did. But you know what? I can leverage that technology because Amazon already has it. Here's the part that I think is the most amazing. Amazon fulfills the product for you. You can go on vacation. You can take a trip abroad. You can just sit home and watch TV if you want to. Amazon is fulfilling the product. They ship the product out to the customer for you. So remember I said it's not a get rich quick. Get rich quick is sit on your butt. Nobody does any work and there's money coming in. The reason why this is not get rich quick is because you're not the one doing the work. Amazon is doing the work for you. So the work is getting done. It's just getting done by someone else. And that is a beautiful thing. Now, secret number two, instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you are better off in several smaller niche markets that no one cares about. So how to build a six-figure business without having a six-figure product? Well, most internet marketers think the only way to build a six-figure business is to find a super hot, product that millions of people are searching for. And yes, there is some truth to that, right? But instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you are better off in several smaller niche markets that no one cares about. No one's paying attention to those markets. So what do I mean? Products that can sell 6 figures worth of sales also have 6 figures worth of competition. So yes, there's a lot of money there, but there's a huge mountain of competitors that you've got to climb over to get those sales. So instead of one product that's going to make you $50,000 a month, why don't you find 10 small products that will only make you $5,000 a month? At the end of the day, you're making $50,000 per month. So the thing about those other markets is smaller markets like this are a waste of time for the big players. Big players can't go into a small niche market like that. It's just not worth their time. And without competition, what happens is you rank instantly and you make money faster. You saw on August 18th, we had no sales. We went live August 19th. We made our first sale. By the end of the month, we did $69. Within 40 days, we did $374. Well, why is that? I didn't go into the belly of the beast, like I like to say, and go after the most competitive markets. I went into a market that I knew I could make money in instantly. So you go after those smaller markets. So it's much easier to make 5,000 than it is to make 50,000. Okay? So 10 products that do just 2 sales a day, right? Let's look at the math. If you're making 2 sales a day, you're failing, folks. That's not a lot of money. But if you found 10 ways to make 2 sales a day at $27 per product, that's $540 per day. Would that change your life? I think the answer should be yes. Now, there are massive untapped categories on Amazon where you can make 6 figures. Let's talk about that. So most internet marketers like to follow the herd, and they try to sell the same thing as everyone else tries to sell on Amazon. And I'm going to tell you, I tried that model. I said, hey, everybody is selling this one thing. Let me do that. And I created or ordered 100 units of this one product. Guess what? I still have 94 of them. And you know why? Because I went after the same thing that everybody else was doing, and I said, that doesn't work. I need to do something different. So most internet marketers think that Amazon is saturated and there's no way that I could make money. And I was starting to think that, right? But here's the way that you're going to make a huge profit on Amazon. Selling information on Amazon is completely untapped and wide for the picking. What is information? How-to products. Remember I said I've sold over 100,000 ebooks? We're taking that information and selling it on Amazon. So let's talk about this. So what is information? How to do this, how to do that, right? People are searching for information and they're paying large sums of money. What is college? College is nothing more than a 4-year party that teaches you how to do something, right? It's information. Information has sold for thousands of years, and information will continue to sell for thousands of years. But very few people are looking at selling information on Amazon, which leads to huge profit potentials for us. So, like I said, millions of people already search for information on Amazon. We don't have to wonder, is this a proven model? It is. Think about Kindle. Think about the books category. There are millions of books. What are all those books? Most of them are information. A lot of the Kindle products are information. Now, the only challenge is in those formats, there's a lot of competition. A lot of competition in books, a lot of competition in Kindle. So remember I said you don't want to follow the herd mentality. It's too much work. So what can you do? How do you differentiate yourself? It's easy. You repackage your content in the form of a CD. Now that CD can be audio, it can be video, it can be any format you want, but you're repackaging your content in a format that most people aren't thinking about. So what happens is you are now not on the digital side of Amazon, but you're on the physical side, the same side that sells the blenders, the same side that sells the washing machines, all of that. And guess what, folks? That side is 10 times bigger than the Kindle or the book. So what we're doing is we're repurposing our content. We're getting on the side where there's more people searching, and we make much more money faster, and our competitors don't even think about doing that. So the physical side also has way more profit. Let me explain. How much are you going to sell an ebook for on Kindle? $2.99, $3.99. Do you know that same ebook, the exact same content repurposed as an audio or a video will now sell for $97? It's the exact same content. We didn't change anything, word for word. All we did was we changed the medium on how it was delivered. Okay, so there's way more profitability on the physical side than there is on the digital side. So let's keep going. December 1st, 2014 through December 31st, 2014, I'm thinking it's Christmas. No one's looking for information products. They're looking for toys. Boy, was I wrong. We hit $3,004.19 in sales. Then there was January 2015. We did $2,165.18. So we're down almost 30%. I'm thinking, oh boy, maybe it's run its course. There's no more money to be made here, right? But actually what I learned at that time was that, it's Christmas. People, after Christmas, they've spent their money and so they really weren't looking to go out and buy other things outside of toys. But I'm going to tell you what's important about this slide here. This month here, the first week in January, I went on a vacation. And then I think it was the third or fourth week in January, I went on a cruise with Jim. We're on the Marketer's Cruise hanging out, and I still made $2,165.18 on Amazon, even though I was gone for half of the month, which is still a very nice thing. Let's look at February 2015. We did $2,521.70. So things are starting to move in the right direction again. Okay, I'm getting my swagger back. I'm getting a little bit happier as I'm seeing these numbers here. Now, let's talk about the 6-step process you are going to follow to execute what I've just told you about. Number one, you're going to do a little bit of research. And by research, I mean if you spend 15 minutes doing research, you did something wrong. It should only be 10 to 15 minutes worth of research. You're going to pick your niche. You're going to create your content. You're going to send it to Amazon. You're going to create your description. Your description is what people see on Amazon. You're going to scale, and then you're going to sit back and relax and wait for Amazon to send you your money. That's the process. So let's talk about the research. First thing that you want to do when it comes to research is you want to sell what's already selling. Sell what people are buying, right? We start with the Google Keyword Planner. What you're going to do is you're going to use the Google Keyword Planner to find a hot in-demand topic where customers are already spending money so you make instant sales. Let me repeat that. You're going to go where customers are already spending money on Amazon so you can make instant sales. So if you go to Google, type in Keyword Planner. The first link is going to be adwords.google.com/keyword planner. You're going to click on that. Then you're going to click on Tools and then Keyword Planner. Now, you're going to come to this screen. You're going to click on where it says Find New Keywords. Once you do that, you're going to type in your keywords into this box that you see here. And what's going to happen is Google is going to spit out a list of keywords and that people are searching for on Google, which shows us demand. Remember what I said, you want to sell what people are already looking for. So we're going to find what they're already looking for, and then we're going to sell it. So let's look at the how-to space. Guys, in the chat box, give me some ideas on what you think is a good how-to product that people would buy on Amazon. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Type that into the chat box. A good idea for a how-to course. Type that into the chat box. Okay, Bev says lose weight, be healthier. Those are good. Bev, the only thing I'll tell you is lose weight is reactive. Be healthier is proactive. Most people are reactive, not proactive. How to fix your car, Sharon, yes. How to find your spiritual being, Rebecca, that's a good one. How to retire overseas, Suzanne, there's a lot of people who want to become expats. Those are great. Nigel, I like that one. I like it so much, I can't even say it out loud. George says free communication. George, I don't know if that. I don't know about that one. Marty says learn to cook. Marty, those are great. Cookbooks do absolutely fantastic. Let's look at Yamina, knit and crochet. Absolutely. Kathleen, how to shoot and post videos. Those are actually pretty good, Kathleen. How to buy my first house. Clarence, that's a good one. Suzanne, I love that one. That's a great one. How to use this year's tax refund to improve your home. Now, Jack, even though that's a needed topic, I can't see someone searching on Amazon how to use your tax refund. Now, how to get a higher tax refund, someone would search for. How to improve your home, someone would search for. But I don't think they're searching for the two of those combined. How to apply for a graphic arts job. Now, okay, so how to apply for a graphic arts job? I would think how to create the best resume would be a better one, Linda, or maybe how to be a graphic artist would be another one. That's a great course to teach someone how to become a graphic artist and make 6 figures a year. That's a wonderful, wonderful course there. How to cook butternut squash. Now, here's the only problem with that. There's a question I like to ask myself is, how is their life going to be better or worse if they buy my product? I don't think butternut squash is big enough of a problem that you can make huge sums of money with that, but still a good idea. How to write and post Kindle books. Oh, Kathleen, absolutely, all day. Those are absolute great markets. You guys are awesome, wonderful. Now, I'm going to show you what I came up with when I looked at the Google Keyword Planner. One of the keywords that I typed into Google is how to. That was it. How and to. Because you know what? I don't know what people are looking for. I don't know what they want to learn how to do, but Google will tell me. So I typed in how to into the Google Keyword Planner, and here's what Google gave me. How to eat clean. Think about someone who's looking to lose weight. They want to learn how to eat clean. How about how to edit videos? Kathleen just said that, right? That was one of the results. How about how to fall asleep? Right? Jack, remember what I said about was it a big enough of a problem? If you can't sleep at night and you've gone 6-7 days without a good night's sleep, how does that affect your life? How does that affect your job? What does your wife think about you when you're grumpy all day? What do your kids think about you when you're yelling at them all day because you can't get enough sleep? Versus how to cook squash, right? That doesn't change your life, but how to fall asleep is a huge problem. How about how to get rid of bed bugs, right? What does it cost to get rid of bed bugs? It's thousands of dollars. So if you've got bed bugs, would you be willing to invest $49 to learn how to get rid of them versus paying an exterminator $1,000 or $2,000? I certainly would. Okay. How to get rid of acne. Proactive is not such a huge organization that they are because acne is not a problem that people are willing to spend money on, right? So we know that people want to learn how to get rid of acne and are willing to spend money to do that. Now, this one was actually a shocker to me. How to have twins. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I know the answers to this one. You do a little bit of hanky-panky, you do a little bit of extra time, and guess what? You eventually will have twins. This is probably the one project my wife won't let me create because I was accepting volunteers, and she was like, heck no. But people actually searched for how to have twins. How to install a toilet. Let's say your toilet is busted. You call Roto-Rooter. Roto-Rooter says, yeah, we'll come install that toilet. It's $200 for the guy to come out, plus it's an extra $200 a month. What's the next thing you're going to do? Well, let me go online and see if I can install this toilet on my own. You do a Google search, you find some tutorials, and you try to figure it out. But wouldn't it help that you learn how to do it right instead of putting in that toilet that's going to leak and ruin the foundation of your house? Now you've got a $50,000 bill. Right? So it's a good market because it solves a major problem and it prevents a major accident. People will spend money for that. How to improve your credit score. I knew a guy who was making $7 million a month in the credit repair niche, right? This is a huge market, especially now as we're coming at the back end of a recession. There are a lot of people who are going to need help to improve their credit score. And as always, how to lose weight. And here's another good one, how to lose belly fat fast. right? Think of a bride who's getting married in 3 months. What does she want to do? Lose weight and lose belly fat fast. So the next thing is going to be to pick your niche. And folks, I'm going to tell you this. Don't reinvent the wheel. Everyone thinks I got to come up with something that no one has ever heard of, and that's how I'm going to make my money. If no one has ever heard of it, guess what? No one is looking for it. You're not going to make money selling something that people aren't looking for. So you have to sell what's already been selling. More specifically, if it's already selling on Amazon, it's a beautiful thing. Now, if it sells there, guess what? It sells here. If you find something selling through Facebook ads, if you find something selling on YouTube, if you find something selling on eBay, guess what? It will sell here. It will sell on Amazon. All we're doing is repurposing the content and moving it somewhere else. That's it. So the key is finding what's already working, and that's what you're going to sell. Repurpose that content. Do not reinvent the wheel. Again, the key is you want to sell what people are already looking for. That's why we did the keyword research. We start with the keywords that people are already typing into Google, because it's easier for me to go to someone and say, hey, you were looking for this, I got it, versus, hey, I know you weren't looking for me, but you might be interested in this. You see, guys, it's much easier to sell what they're already looking for. The next thing is creating your content. And you've got some options here. If you already have an existing Kindle product, that's the first thing I would do is move it to the physical side. Okay, so if you've got a book, if you've got an ebook already, the first thing I would do, make that thing physical and move it to the physical side of Amazon. The next thing is create it yourself. Okay, you can create it yourself, and remember, we are repurposing what's already out there. So I'm looking for content that already exists, and I'm going to create some content in the exact same space. The next thing is you can outsource your content creation. If you have the time and not the money, create it yourself. If you've got the money and not the time, outsource it. We've got 3 products going up now, and I will tell you I outsourced 100% of it. And that's because I've got more money than I have time. Now, years and years ago, my first product, I made it myself because in 2002, I didn't have the money, but I had the time. So I created the product myself. So I would rather pay someone $100 and let them do it for me. The other one that I will tell you, and we don't have it on the slide, is PLR. And that stands for private label rights. There's content out there that's PLR. Now remember, Amazon doesn't like PLR in their Kindle format. Why? Because there's a million people who took the same Kindle product and they put it up there and it's the same thing word for word. Remember, we're taking our content and turning it into audio. We're turning it into video. So even though the content originates from PLR, it's not the same thing by the time we're done with it. It's a completely new product. So we can use PLR as the basis point for creating product that we sell on Amazon. Now, the next thing is we are going to create our listing on Amazon. This is when you go to Amazon, you type in a keyword and all the products come up and you're reading them. This is what we're going to create. And I'm going to tell you folks, you get this right, you're going to make a lot of money. Now, the thing about the listings and how Amazon ranks your product is all in the keywords. You want to have keywords that people are looking for, and that's how you're going to rank. So let me tell you the void in the issue. Most people search for a solution. In other words, when they go to Amazon, they have a problem. They're searching for a solution to that problem. They don't even know the product exists. They say, you know, I got a hangnail. I need to remove a skin tag, right? They don't know what product exists. Here's the problem. Most marketers sell and market by the name of their product and not what people are searching for. So people are searching for a solution. The marketers are selling a product. So that creates what I call the vacuum in an opportunity. Okay, that's how one of the ways that we rank fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 titles for a product. And let's say the product we are selling is a time management course. Okay, we created a course on time management. We're selling it on, or we're looking to sell it on Amazon. I've created a title, and I want you to tell me which title do you think is going to make the most money on Amazon, A or B, and then tell me why. Again, which one will make more money, and then why. So title, and by the way, let me tell you the caveat. Both of these titles are really, really good. So two really, really good titles. So title number one, how CEOs get more things done in an afternoon, the secret to super productivity. Okay, how CEOs get more things done in an afternoon, the secret to super productivity. Or B, time management course for CEOs, how to increase productivity and get more things done in an afternoon. So type it into the chat box. Which one do you think is going to make more money and why? Let's see what you guys think.
And don't type the whole title in, just put in A or B.
Ooh, I like Alan's answer. So far we're about 50-50. But Alan got it right. Oh, Beverly, you are on target, Beverly. Okay, we're still about 50-50. Okay, concise solves. Someone says use the word secret.
This is interesting because once you understand the reasoning behind it, you see that they're both good, but you see how one is the obvious better one for what we're trying to do.
And to tell you the truth, I could use, if I was running an ad outside of Amazon, I could use either one of these and make a killing. But there's a psychology behind one of them and why it's better. So I'm going to tell you guys why that is, why B is the winner. B is the one that's going to make you a boatload of money. And even though A is a super sexy title, you're not going to make anything. Here's the reason why. Keywords. Remember what we're selling. Time management course. So someone goes to Amazon and they type in time management course, they're going to find us. If they type in how to time management, they're going to find us. If they're going to type in increased productivity, they're going to find us, right? CEO, that's just a filler word, means absolutely nothing. Afternoon, it's a filler word. It means nothing. Even though A is a sexy title, if that is our headline on Amazon and our keywords are not there, nobody finds us. So we've got a sexy product, we've got a sexy title, but we have zero sales because we have zero eyeballs seeing our product. B is going to make you a boatload of money. Does that make sense, guys? You guys get it? Let me know what you think. Awesome. Okay, good. It's making sense. So again, what's the first thing we did in the research process? We got our keywords. We find the keywords that people are making money on. We write them down, and that's what we use for our titles. Guys, you see that? It's not that hard. So let's keep on going. Now we got to scale. Scale is nothing more than let's make more money, right? Let's keep on selling. We're already selling it. Let's do that. So there's two ways that you can scale. The first way is, and by the way, both ways work very well. One is a little bit more work, but they both work very well. Number one is sell more of what you are already selling. If I'm already selling a course on time management and I'm doing 100 units a month, why not try to sell 200 units a month, right? So instead of 10 units per day, maybe I can sell 20 units per day of that same product, right? So that's scale. It's easiest to scale because you've already done the work. It's already working. You're just trying to get more eyeballs to something that's already working. That's the easiest model. The second model is to find new products in different markets. And initially, that's where my head was at. That's where I was going until I had that conversation with Jim. And Jim was like, man, you should sell more of what you're already selling, right? So let's talk about model number two. So you've got one product that does $5,000 a month, okay? How about if you've got two products that do $5,000 a month? How about if you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 products that do $5,000 per month? We're now in the phase where we've completely scaled our first couple products. Now we're adding about 4 or 5 more new products in the next couple of weeks. And some of those are actually going to be way bigger than what we already have online. So you now have a $50,000 a month business, although you did it 5,000 at a time. You're going after markets that nobody cares about, so you rank and start making money faster. Okay, why go after a huge market and take 6 months to a year to make money when I can go after a small market nobody cares about and start making money in 30 days? That's a way better business model. The next thing is the upsell. And basically an upsell is, how do I sell them something else? They've already bought a stick of gum from me. Maybe I can sell them a package of Tic Tacs, right? Why not? You just bought the gum. That's what we want to do. The best person to sell to is someone who's already purchased from you. Someone who's already purchased from you. So what you want to do is you're going to let Amazon drive your sales. And then you're going to use the Amazon delivery system to upsell your customers more product with zero advertising cost. Okay, so we're going to let Amazon sell our product and also let Amazon system deliver our sales message that sells those folks additional product at absolutely zero advertising cost, which is a beautiful thing. Now, in March, I had that conversation with Jim. And that's when Jim said, you've got to sell more of what you're already selling. And I said, Jim, I'm going to implement something. I'm going to call it the better customer experience. I've got a couple things I got to do. Let's talk next week and I'll have it done. Now, I'm going to tell you why I said, let's talk next week. I'll have it done because it forced me to do it, because I committed to Jim that I was going to have that done. And I did. I spent about $40 of my hard-earned money and about 30 minutes of my time to implement the better customer experience. Now, is the better customer experience effective? Well, let's look at my numbers. Now, remember in February, we did $2,500 in sales. March 2015, we went $3,871 in sales, almost a 40% increase. The only difference between the previous 30 days and this 30 days is the better customer experience, right? Then from there, in April of that year, 2015, we did $4,913.85. May, we did $4,961.79. And June, we did $4,865.75. The only thing I did that caused me to double my sales was implement our better customer experience. And what we do in that is we're humanizing the sales process. See, Amazon is a great selling mechanism, a great selling machine, but it's robots for the most part. We figured a way to humanize the experience, and what that did is that led us to getting more reviews, that led us to being seen as people, not as a company. Now, let me show you also what happened during the time frame. From August 2014 to March 2015, we had a total of 10 reviews. Out of all the products we sold, only 10 people left us a review. In March, we implemented the better customer experience. So the first 8 months, we had 10 reviews. The next 8 months, we had 156 reviews. So do you think the better customer experience works? Absolutely. We increased our results by almost 1,500%, right? That is a beautiful thing. It took 30 minutes and $40 of my hard-earned cash to do this. So the next thing is something that I call a kit. And a kit is not something that you have to do to make money on Amazon, but it's something that I highly recommend. And let's explain what a kit is. A kit is the most profitable thing that you can sell on Amazon. Basically, you take 2 items that are worth $10 and you sell them as one. While everyone else is selling a $10 item, you sell a $20 or $30 item. Basically, we're packaging products together and creating a new product that doesn't exist, and we're able to create value and charge more money. So let me give you an example. Which one of these items would you spend $50 on? You've got an apple, right? Would you spend $50 for an apple? I wouldn't. But would you spend $50 for a Harry and David gift basket? People do that all day long. All they did was put more apples in the basket. That's a kit. When you buy things off of television, these television guys figured that years ago. You send them a box of stuff. When people get stuff, they're willing to spend more money. So while everyone else is selling the same identical product at a fraction of the price, you've increased value and you can sell more product. So what's a good example of a kit? You put more than one CD in your package. Bam, that's a kit, folks, right? So hopefully this is making sense to you guys. So let me ask you guys a question. Are you enjoying the webinar so far? Let's see what you guys think. Type that into the chat box. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the webinar. I promise to give you guys some good stuff. Awesome. Subra says yes. Brian says yes. Mary says yes. And Alan says fantastic. Clarence says yes. Beverly says yes. Thank you. Awesome. I like to over deliver, and that's why I'm taking the time here today to show you some really good things here. So let's talk about what we've covered and what you've learned so far. Number one, we've covered that how you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have zero marketing experience. Up until this point, we're about $5,000 per month up until, what did we look at? June 2015. Guys, how much money do you think I invested, and how much time do you think I've invested up until from August 2014 to June 2015? How much money do you think I put out to run that business? Let's see what you guys think. Type that into the chat box. Don says $40. Linda says 1,000, 1,000, 5K. To be honest with you, initially when I started, I had to make some CDs and a few other things. I spent about 40 bucks. And then I spent another 40 bucks when I implemented the better customer experience. That's the only money that came out of my pocket. The rest of it came from the business. So a total of about $80. And up until that point, I probably have about 20, maybe 24 hours complete from August to March into the business, total time. So when I tell you this is a great business, it is a great business. So secret number two, small untapped markets are way more profitable than larger markets, right? You want to go after the small markets. Yes, they're not going to be $1 million, but you don't need to be in $1 million market. You want to be in a $10,000 market that nobody cares about. Secret number three, selling information is the way to go, right? I don't want to, although I love Kindle, although I love books, although I love all the extra things that Amazon have, pinball machines, washing machines, all of that. Listen, I could sell a CD. It cost me $1 to make. Why would I not sell a CD that cost me $1 to make? I can come up with an idea at 3 o'clock. I can have my product completed and ready to go by 5 p.m. Why would I not go in that kind of a business? Selling information is way easier and way cheaper than anything that you are going to look to do on Amazon. And most importantly is if I don't feel like creating the content, there are millions of people on this planet that I can outsource the content creation for me. Okay, so now the benefits of selling physical product and content on Amazon. Number one, people already search for how-to information. I don't got to convince people that this is something that they need to do. They're already doing it. All I'm doing is positioning myself in front of an asset that's growing like wildfire. Number three, it's much easier to create and much shorter. Guys, how long does it take to create a 1-hour CD? Okay, that's a trick question. 1 hour, right? So I can create my content in just about 1 hour. So much cheaper. So 15 units, right? When you're not doing volume like I'm doing, when you're just getting started, to create 15 units is going to cost you about, 10 units is going to cost you about 15 bucks. Look, if you're not willing to invest $15 into your own success, I don't have an answer for you. And here's the thing, I can sell for much higher price. I take something that I paid $1.50 to create, I can turn around and sell that for $97. I will do this all day long. And then here's the thing. What do we know about people who buy information? They're the perfect people for upsells, right? Because typically when you learn how to lose weight, there's a lot of other things that you need to learn in that process that people are also going to buy from you. So when someone buys a blender from you, guess what? There's nothing else you can sell them. Here's a blender, have a good day. But if I teach them, how to lose weight, there's a million other products that I could sell those folks also. So information is going to lead to one customer making multiple sales from you. It's a great place to be. And like I said, it's way faster to make money in the information space on Amazon because nobody else is really going after that market. And there are thousands of categories that you can go after. So who wants to take things to the next level? If you want to take things to the next level, say, yes, I do. It's me. Type that into the chat box. Let me see who wants to go to the next level. Don says, me, he was the first one. Steven says, yes, I do. Alan says, yes, I do. Subra says, yes, I do. Awesome. Jim told me you guys were brilliant, as anyone he works with typically is. So I want to tell you about the Amazon Profit System training that I've put together and how it's going to help you build a $2,000 to $3,000 recurring business on Amazon in very little time. First of all, it's a step-by-step training designed for beginners to intermediate marketers. I like helping beginners and intermediate folks because I remember when I got started, there was no information. I mean, be honest, one of Jim's courses was one of the first things that I purchased online back in 2002 or 2003. So I have a soft spot for people who are just beginning, who really want to learn real ways to build wealth online. If you are an advanced person, you're making thousands already, there's some things you're going to learn in the training that will give you some aha moments and change what you're doing. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't design the course for you. I designed it for the person who hasn't made any money online and the person who's just starting to see a little bit of, things going in that right direction and they want to go to that next level. So if that is you and you want to create an automated Amazon income without spending a lot of money, which is going to allow you to make more money online faster and easier than you've ever made with less effort and without having to struggle to build a traditional, normal internet business, then this is going to be for you. So here's what you're going to get. Number one, you're going to get the complete step-by-step home study program. I'm going to show you how to find the most profitable niche markets online. I'm going to show you where the money is. I'm going to show you the strategies that I use that will guarantee every market you go into is going to be a success. I'm going to show you how to create your content in an afternoon because you don't want to spend 6 months doing it. You want to come up with an idea and be in business in just a few days. How to create kits for maximum profitability. I'm going to show you what I use for kits. Again, you don't have to create a kit, but it's probably the most profitable thing that you can do. I'm going to show you how to create your listing. You're going to actually watch me create a listing. We do the keyword research, and then we actually create the listing right in front of you. And then I'm going to show you how to rank. If you remember, we went live on the 18th. We had the first sale on the 19th, so how to rank instantly. And then I'm going to show you how to scale. I'm going to teach you both models on how to scale, but that's going to be important because once you get to 2,000, 3,000, how do I get to 6, 7, 8, 9,000? You don't want to just be happy with 2,000 to 3,000. You want to scale that and grow your business. I will show that to you. So how is the content delivered? All the trainings are recorded and inside of the members area. So once you're done with this training here, you can begin immediately after going through the training. If you want to digest everything by tomorrow, you can do that. If you want to take your time and go through it over the next couple days, you can do that also. You can go at your own leisure. I'm also going to give you access to a private questions form. So if you've got a marketing question or anything Amazon, you log in, you submit the question, and guess what, folks? I answer each and every one of those myself. I do not outsource that. I do each and every one myself. And you know what? Yes, it's labor intensive. Yes, it's a lot of work, but I believe you deserve that. And that's what I will promise you and take care of. Like I said, you get lifetime access to the training. So if you want to come back and refresh yourself in a couple months, you can do that. I'm also going to do something for you. I'm going to allow you to have access to the training with a business partner. I hate when I buy something when a partner and I will go in half on a product and then next thing you know, only one of us can log into the training. I hate when that's done to me. In fact, a lot of projects I work on, I have a partner. And why? Because it makes it easier to get things done. One person could be creative, next person could be execution, right? So I suggest and recommend people, it's a good idea to have someone that you work with. So both of you will have access to the training at the same time. Now, here's what you're going to get. Number one, you're going to get the Amazon Profit System step-by-step training. That's a $1,997 value. Now, I'm going to give you a couple really good bonuses. Bonus number one, I'm going to teach you the creating the perfect customer experience. Remember, this is the thing that single-handedly doubled our sales. Cost me $40 and about 30 minutes of my time to implement. We are going to give that to you as a bonus. It's an $897 value. In reality, it's way higher than that because it single-handedly doubled our sales. So let's recap. You're going to get the Azon Profit System step-by-step training, $1,997 value. You're going to get to creating the perfect customer experience. That's an $897 value. Total value is $2,894. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and I learned this from a good buddy of mine, and basically it's money replenishes itself, right? What happens every first of the month and every 15th of the month? You get paid. You get paid on the first, you go out, you buy some coffee, you pay your mortgage, you pay your car, you may go to the movies, go to dinner, and then what happens on the 15th? You get paid again and you do the same thing. You go out, you go partying, you buy some beer, you go to the movies, you go to dinner, right? But does your time work the same way? Does time replenish itself? What happens when you miss your daughter's recital? You miss your son's basketball game. That time doesn't come back. So what you're going to do today, and what I'm asking you to do, is use an asset that replenishes itself to help give yourself an asset that does not, and that's time. I get paid to sit on my butt and do nothing sometimes because I've got Amazon and a bunch of other things just working for me like clockwork. I can go to my son's game. I can go, I go pick up my son from college. When I go to the Christmas parties at the school and there's no other dads there, and I'm like, where is everyone? You know why? Because they aren't building the right kind of assets. So bonus number 2, I'm going to teach you how to outsource everything. Now, in the beginning, I didn't outsource anything. I did it myself. But now I prefer to outsource. So yes, I take a little bit of money. I will pay someone to create my content, to create my graphics, to create everything for me. And then I basically take what's given to me and I start selling it. So I will teach you exactly how to do that. If you're just beginning, that may not be the place that you start, but as you start to scale, you're absolutely going to want to outsource. That's a $497 value. I will teach you the resources and show you the resources that we use. So far, what are you going to get? The Azon Profit System, $1,997 value. The Creating the Perfect Customer Experience, $897 value. And outsourcing everything, which is a $497 value. Total is $3,391 in total value. And information by itself is not alone. Look, the last 45 minutes, I've given you guys some really good content that you can go and implement. But information by itself is not alone. Having a mentor by your side, someone that you can bounce ideas off of, someone that you can say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? That's the key. That's what makes the difference. And allow me to go through this journey with you guys. Now, bonus number 3. I'm going to teach you my secret advanced strategy, and this is something that I do. There's some people who do use this strategy online, but basically what it does on Amazon is it allows you to make multiple sales. And you'll understand when you see this, because I will show you the products that fit this kind of category. It's the kind of products where they walk out with 2, 3, and 4 of your CDs and your products in their shopping basket when they check out. So instead of selling them one CD for $40, you're selling them 4 or 5 of them for $200. So we will teach you this strategy. Wouldn't you rather have a $200 sale versus a $50 sale? This is what I call my secret advanced strategy, and we will teach you that. That is an $897 value. Bonus number 4, we talked about upsell. The perfect person to upsell to is someone who's already purchased your product. We're going to teach you how to use Amazon's delivery mechanism to get your upsell information in front of that customer, not only in an ethical way, but a way that doesn't violate Amazon's terms and services. There's a way that you do this that you can upsell and market to every person who's reading your content right now on Amazon. And what's the most perfect thing to upsell those folks? Think about it, folks. Is it another CD? Yeah, that's great. But what about a membership site where you can get $20, $30, $40 a month recurring? And I will show you examples when we do the training. Now, I will let you know this is a $997 value, but it's only going to be available to the first 15 people who get this training and take action after going through this training. right? So it's only available to the first 15 people, so you got to be a fast action taker if you want to learn how to sell and upsell memberships offers to folks on Amazon. Now, money or excuses. Those two words right now are cohabitating on this screen here, but they absolutely cannot cohabitate in the same time inside of your life. They cannot cohabitate in the same time inside of your mind. People who have money don't make excuses. People who have excuses don't have money. You cannot have both. So you have to make a decision. In 1997, I made a decision that I was not going to BS anymore. I'm finally going to do this, and I'm finally going to take the right actions. And when I did, I got the success that I have today. So you can't have both, folks. You got to decide, do I want money or do I want excuses? So recap, you're going to get the Azon Profit System, $1,997 value. Creating the Perfect Customer Experience, $897 value. You're going to learn how to outsource everything. That's a $497 value. You're going to get the Secret Advanced Strategy. That's an $897 value. And then for the first 15 people, I'm going to teach you how to upsell your Amazon customer into a membership site or anything else that you want to offer them. That's a $997 value. Total value so far, $5,285. Now, and if all you did today, you launched just one product, not 6, not 7, just one. And that product makes you an additional $1,000 per month in your pocket on autopilot the rest of your life. Would it be worth an investment of $5,285? Let me ask you, would it? I think the answer has to be an astounding yes. And I'm going to tell you something. I just told my son this the other day. I said, son, you need to learn from me. This is my 16-year-old. I said, you need to learn from me and understand what generational wealth is. I said, my Amazon business, what I'm selling on Amazon, in 60 years, your kids will be running my Amazon business. In 100 years, their kids are going to be running my Amazon business. Unless Amazon goes out of business. I'm assuming Amazon is still going to be there. But that's true generational wealth. So I ask you again, would it be worth an investment of $5,285 to make an extra $1,000 a month, not only for the rest of your life, but your kids and their kids and their kids' lives? And the answer is yes. But let me show you. Now let's look at June 2015. We did $6,639.69. Remember, the only thing I did was implement the better customer experience. Let's look at this year. January 4th, 2016 to February 4th, 2016. We did $13,950.54. Folks, that's 1 year and 4 months into an absolute brand new business that I knew nothing about. You think that can change your life? Absolutely, it can. So I want you to say goodbye. Say goodbye to excuses. Say goodbye to, I don't know how to build a website. Say goodbye to, I don't know SEO. Say goodbye to, I don't know PPC. Say goodbye to, I don't know how to use Facebook. I don't know how to use Google, and I don't know how to use, YouTube to drive traffic, because you don't need any of those, because you're leveraging an asset that Amazon created for their own good, but they're allowing us to share in that. And folks, this is not about me. This is not about Greg Cesar, because what I'm doing is I'm teaching you how I leverage that asset. I didn't create that asset. I'm just taking advantage of it, and I'm going to teach you the same thing. Now, I'm also going to give you a 30-day guarantee. If Amazon Profit System doesn't help you with exactly everything that I've outlined here, then please allow me to buy the program back from you. No questions asked. We are serious. We're real. We're here for you. We're here for building a long-term relationship. So we do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, to get started with Amazon Profit System for just one payment of $497, what you want to do right now is go to www.azonprofitsystem.com/JE, all lowercase, and you could take a wild guess what JE stands for, but it's my good buddy Jim Edwards. So azonprofitsystem.com/JE, all lowercase. So many people ask me, why only $497 when there are other programs that teach Amazon that are in the thousands? And it's a twofold answer, because the other piece to this is, Why not $7? And you see, I didn't want to create a product that I couldn't afford to support, because if I sell this for $7, how can I support you when you call and ask for a question? I'd have to say, sorry, I can't help you, because I want to be there. I have to sell it for a price that allows me to be able to support you. I also don't want to teach this strategy and what I'm going to teach you to every Tom, Dick, and Harry down the street who's buying Fiverr products, right? I don't want that. I want only the serious people who are committed and want to learn how to build a real business taking advantage of a real asset. Now, why not 5,000? Because I remember when I got started in 1997 and there was a product I wanted to buy and they wanted $12,000 and I wanted it bad. And I remember thinking, how in the heck can I afford this? I can't afford this thing. This is crazy. So I didn't want to do that to people. I wanted to create a price that the masses can afford, but yet all the people who aren't serious aren't even going to want to get in. And I'm going to tell you something. I only want to work with you if you're serious. As you can see, I said every question I answer myself. It's a lot of work, folks. I'm going to commit to you, but I need you to commit to me as well. So I'm going to tell you also, we can only accept 25 people into the program, and I'm going to give you a huge bonus to be one of the first 25. We're going to allow you to be part of our group Q&A calls. We do live calls where you can come in and you can say, Greg, here's what I'm thinking of doing. What do you think? Here's what I came up with a title. What do you think? These are live calls. And you can imagine I can't have 1 million people on the calls because the call is typically about 1 hour in time length. And so I will allow you to have access to our live group calls. If you can't make the call, we will have it recorded and you'll get the replay. But this is a $500 value. So hopefully you see why I can't allow more than 25 people into the program, because it's just me. I don't have another Greg. I don't have a twin. I don't have an admin who's going to do my calls. I do it myself. And if there were 100 of you on the call, it would be an absolute impossibility to be able to deliver. So there's two things, and I'm going to tell you a true story. Fear and curiosity. Those are the two emotions that govern every decision you make. My parents came from Haiti back in the late 60s. Lived in the same house. My mom lives by fear. She makes every one of her decisions by fear. My dad lives by curiosity. So my mom has only come to Georgia to see me maybe once or twice. She says, what if when I'm coming back home it's snowing and the plane may have an accident? My dad, who's deathly afraid of flying, has been to Europe. He's been to Washington State. He's been to Las Vegas. And he's terrified when he gets on the plane. He recently had a heart attack about 2 years ago. Jim remembers this. And last year, the doctor said, you need to just sit and relax. But there was the West Indian Day parade in New York City. And it's every Labor Day they have this parade. My dad, who is on a cane from a heart attack, gets on the train and takes the train to New York City to go see the West Indian Day parade. The curiosity of seeing that parade, even if it was the last thing he was ever going to do, was way more powerful and stronger than the fear that he may lose his life going through this, because the doctor told him not to do it. So I've learned in my life, live by curiosity. So when I look at making a decision, my question is, what if this does what it says? What if this helps me get to where I want to be? What if this changes my future and my kids' future? So I ask you today, live a curious life, not a fearful life. I also have one super hot bonus. This is going to take easy to the next level. I'm going to teach the first 15 of you who get started how to sell t-shirts on Amazon. First of all, t-shirts, I didn't realize how big of a business it is. The traditional model of how you sell a t-shirt is you make 10,000 t-shirts and hopes people like it. And then you find out you're the only person who likes a sharp t-shirt. Nobody's buying your t-shirt, but you've got 10,000 of them sitting in your driveway. Amazon just launched a new program. It's only a couple months old. Amazon is now in the t-shirt business. Guys, let me ask you, do you think Amazon went into the t-shirt business because they figured this was a dog and not a good way to make money? Amazon is looking at what's selling and said, we need to get into t-shirts. So, but here's the difference. Here's what Amazon is doing different that completely blows away the traditional model. In the traditional model, you market your t-shirt, you make a sale, you take one off the shelf, and you go ship it. In the new model, Amazon advertises your t-shirt for you. Amazon sells the t-shirt for you. And then Amazon has the absolute nerve to go make that t-shirt one at a time and ship it to your customer. The only thing you have to do is come up with a t-shirt idea. That's it. Amazon does 100% of the work. Guys, this takes easy to the next level. So the first 15 of you that get started, you're going to get 2 amazing bonuses. You're going to learn how to upsell into membership sites, and you're going to learn how to sell t-shirts on Amazon. By the way, how much does it cost to come up with a t-shirt idea? What do you guys think? I'm going to tell you, $5. That's it. You invest $5 and you'll send an image to Amazon. What if that t-shirt makes you $1,000 a month? You invested $5 to make $1,000 per month. So let's recap everything that you're going to get. You're going to get the Azon profit system, the creating the perfect experience, outsourcing everything. You're going to learn the secret advanced strategy, how you sell multiple products. You're going to learn how to upsell your Amazon buyers into a membership site. You're going to get access to the live group calls, and you're going to learn how to sell t-shirts on Amazon. This is a total of $6,785 in total real world values. Now, to get started again for just one payment of $497, just go to www.azonprofitsystem.com/JE. Now, I get this question all the time. There's no way I could make money. This has got to be hard. I get this all the time, right? Now, I'm going to tell you something. Hard is relative. I didn't get to where I am thinking things were hard. I think everything is easy. It's just a matter of if you want to learn it. But the question is what I'm going to teach you easy or hard? I'm going to let you make that decision, but I'm going to show you something. This is me and my wife and friends this year on a cruise. We went on the Marketers Cruise from January 22nd through January 31st. We're out in the middle of the ocean. Top left, this is a picture of me and my wife, Joanne, in, I think that was Grand Turks and Caicos. The middle one here, Jim, I don't know if you recognize that. That's Aruba. We went to the National Forest, and we drove down that hill in a Jeep. Man, that was the scariest experience of my life. I will never do that one again. That's us in Aruba.
I missed you by a day.
I know. You came in on Sunday. I left on Saturday. Yeah. I will never go down those rocks again. It will never happen. I promise you. Scariest experience of my life. The bottom middle one, this is us walking back to the ship. Top right, this is us in Curacao. And bottom right, this is us having dinner on the ship. January 22nd to January 31st, middle of the ocean, right? Let me show you guys something. That exact time period, January 22nd to January 31st, we did $4,026.96 in sales. I didn't have internet access. I didn't have access to an email. I didn't have the ability to go to a post office and ship something. I had no ability to work. Yet what most Americans make in 2 to 3 months in work, I did in 1 week while I was on vacation doing absolutely no work. That is true generational wealth. This is why I tell you Amazon is a great business. And again, it's not a get rich quick. Remember, just because I didn't do the work doesn't mean somebody else didn't do the work. Amazon was doing my marketing. Amazon was doing my fulfilling. Amazon was taking care of the customers. Amazon was shipping the product. That's a beautiful thing. Now, that was January.
What's the URL? What's the URL again, Greg? People are asking us to type it into the box. I'm gonna type it in and send it to everybody.
azonprofitsystem.com/JE. So that week I'm on vacation. I made $4,000. Now I'm gonna let you know something. You know how much money I made consulting that week? Nothing. You want to know why? because I wasn't there to consult. Even though I make good money consulting, I made no money consulting because I wasn't there to consult. And you want to know what I had to do to my Facebook ads and what I had to do to my Google ads when I went on vacation? I had to turn them off. You want to know why? Because I wasn't there to manage them. This is why Amazon is a great business. Now, I can show you January's numbers, but what about just a couple days ago? This is June 14, 2016 to June 14, 2016. This is how far we've grown or come to in just about a year and a half's time frame. We went from $9.95 that first day, right, which again I was excited for, to $739.04 on June 14, 2016, just 2 days ago. So do you think, I told you I did cartwheels for $9. You don't want to know what I do now for almost $800 in a day. And guys,
Did you take pictures?
I would, but you probably wouldn't, you probably wouldn't want to see those pictures. There's a little too much excitement going on.
Okay.
Right? So almost $800 in a day. But the important thing is I didn't work not even 5 seconds for that money. That's true generational wealth. So I ask you, is that easy? You decide. Me, I don't think that's hard. I think that's easy as pie. I can go on vacation and do nothing and make that kind of money. I'll do that all day. So you have two choices. Do nothing. Do the same thing you did yesterday. You've got some great content today. You can say, hey, I can go and try and figure this out on my own, or keep struggling, or maybe go and watch some TV. Look, Grey's Anatomy is going to be on tonight, and some other show is going to be on. You can go watch that. Or you can make a decision to live the curious life and take action and learn what I am teaching you here today. So to get started for a one-time payment of $497, what you want to do is go to www.azonprofitSystem.com/JE. Now, Jim, I know you had to take off early, but if you've got 2 to 3 minutes, whatever, we can see if we've got some questions that weren't answered.
Sure. Yeah. So, do you want me to look for them?
Yeah.
Somebody asked, is there a payment plan?
Yes, when you do go into azonprofitsystem.com/JE, there is a payment plan. And if you do the payment plan and you're still one of the first 15, you will still get both of the bonuses also. You will qualify for that.
Somebody asked, can they email you if they have a question?
Yes,
when they're in the course.
Absolutely. Not only that, so there's a Q&A form. So if you've got a question, submit that 24 hours a day. Now, don't submit it at 3 o'clock and expect an answer at 3:05. I'm going to be asleep. But you have a question, submit it. Or if you want to join us on the live group call, again, if you're one of the first 25, you get access to the live group calls. You can join us live and ask it as well. And it's good to ask live questions because we get to share it with the group.
All right. Somebody asked, how do we know if we're one of the first 15?
Well, let me take a look. See if there's another question and I will log in here.
Okay. Somebody asked, so you have to ship the CDs to Amazon. At some point you ship CDs to Amazon, right? I mean,
you don't have to. You can do that yourself, but here's the problem. That week when I was on the cruise, I would have had to shut my Amazon business down. I would have to go into Amazon and say, shut down everything because I am not there to ship it. You can do that, but I have no idea why you would want to work that hard.
Okay.
We are at 6 sales, so we've got 9 spots left for the first 15. So if you guys want to get in, you got to do it.
Somebody asked, when are the calls?
Typically, I'll do them and I'll rotate. It'll be on a Monday, and they'll be at either 2, and then I'll rotate to an evening, like a 7. The next call is not this Monday coming up, but the one after that. So they're pretty frequently.
Somebody asked, I believe Amazon doesn't allow affiliates in North Carolina because of sales tax issues. You know if people in North Carolina can be an Amazon seller, or are there the same restrictions?
Yes, you can sell because you're not an affiliate. You're a business owner selling a product.
Okay. If we missed your question, make sure you ask. I'm just zipping through them real quick. I think we answered that. Somebody asked, where are the CDs or whatever you're selling stored? Those are stored at Amazon's warehouse, and they don't charge you anything for doing that, right?
Correct.
Okay. I think that's it for the questions. If we missed a question, I think Greg explained how his course is different from I mean, there's a ton of courses out there about Amazon and stuff, but Greg's is based on what he's doing as opposed to theory and stuff. No, you don't need, do they need to have an affiliate account in order with Amazon in order to do this? I think the answer is no, right?
No, you don't. Not at all.
Okay. Okay, I think that was it. So let's wrap it up. Great job, Greg.
Well, thank you.
I would just encourage, I'll say a couple words and I'll let you finish it off. You know, like I said, I've seen Greg doing this from the beginning, and I know that what he's done has worked. I know that what he teaches works, and if this is something that you're interested in doing it, I know that Greg's course, if you'll work it, will work, and that you can get your questions answered, and basically you'll get out of it what you put into it. If you're just going to sit on the couch, then it ain't going to work. But if you're actually going to put out the effort, then this will work for you. I have full faith and confidence in Greg. So go get it. So that's all I have to say about that. So Greg, why don't you finish us off and we'll call it a day. Thanks for joining us. You did a great job. I learned a lot of stuff too.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, first of all, we had another 3 sales come in, so we're down to about 6 left, and I'm sure by the time you send out replays, it will be none left if you want to get access to those first 15 bonuses, which is how to sell t-shirts and how to upsell. But let me say this as we wrap. Every single day when I look at my Amazon sales, I literally have to pinch myself. And I've sold a lot of products, guys. I've sold over 100,000 ebooks over the years, but I've never sold anything like this that allowed me to make money without having to understand the marketing and the sales process and the conversion process and all the things that we typically have to do to make money. I mean, making money is not hard, but you don't sit on your butt and it just comes. But Amazon is the only thing that I've been able to do that has gotten me that excited and able to pinch myself. And, you know, look, at the end of the day, when I think about the fact that my kids are set, you know what an awesome feeling that is? So I highly encourage you. I would love to work with you guys and would love to see you on the other side and go through this journey with you, and look forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg. Everybody head on over to azonprofitsystem.com/JE and jump on, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.